Welcome to Common Hood, where neighborhood, sisterhood, brotherhood, all of that get together to have a nice and open conversation to hopefully to inspire growth in us all. I'm your boy Simon P, and I got my man Calvin over there, the two OGs.
Yes,
Just gonna try to drop a little something again. So please take your time, like, share it. Please do. Subscribe, like, and share it. Nevertheless, Calvin, it's been a sad tragedy happened in America again.
Again, huh?
Again.
Again.
How you feel about Charlie Kirk, man?
Oh, Lord, man. You gonna hit me off the rip with that
Off
one?
the rip, man. You know, half the country like it, and half the country say they don't like what he say. Kind of like a Republican versus Democrat, liberal versus conservative.
Everybody have their own freedom of speech, man. So I really don't
go.
have too much to say about the man.
Exactly.
You know?
But we both already lined up, and you couldn't answer that better. That though some may not like what the hell he say,
Yeah.
his freedom of speech got violated in a big way.
Right.
Because, I ain't understanding that a man is coming to your college.
Right. I get it.
Open-end conversations. You can ask anything you want, and Charlie say, I'm going to give you my opinion.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. It's an opinion. It's an opinion.
And for him to get shot and killed,
man.
That's not freedom of speech.
That's not freedom of speech, man.
But this has happened. This is the first time I've seen it happen to
A Caucasian dude.
Well, John Kennedy got assassinated.
Oh, yeah.
But he wasn't Kirk.
Right.
I don't know how they labeled Mr. Kirk to be strictly for Trump or strictly for the conservatives, but his freedom of speech definitely got violated.
That it did.
That it did. Let me ask you for this. If you thought you can get killed,
man,
would you do what he did?
You gonna ask me that, right?
Serious.
Okay. If I thought
let's just say if Martin Luther King and Malcolm X both look down now, do you think they'll do it again?
I believe if you're set and you're strong in your opinion, you're gonna speak what you gotta speak.
That's all regardless. I'm saying about Mr. Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Mr. Kirk that at the end of the day, he was strong with how he felt.
Exactly.
And it shouldn't have taken a bullet on he's just 31. I thought he was a little older.
He's young.
He's a little baby still.
Man.
He's a little baby still. But let that be a lesson to when you out there speaking, maybe we have to put one of those cases around you. The way they shoot now. It's just like what's going on in America,
man? That freedom of speech is being violated so roughly and so tough like that, man.
Well, man, that's the history.
Yeah.
It's like if you ain't going along with a certain program, it's a possibility.
Wow.
Martin Luther King, a Nobel Prize winner. Oh, he's trying to just make it be good for everybody.
He's trying to bring everybody into a collective understanding of being whole as one. I get it.
You hear all the stories about that freedom of speech.
Oh, yeah. Even Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say pull yourself up with the bootstrap. That's all he was talking. And at the same time, he got it.
It's a sad situation, man. It's sad that you can't speak your mind.
It's sad.
It's sad, man. It's so sad that you can't speak your opinion about anything now because you're afraid you might hurt somebody or you might say something wrong. You can't speak your own opinion. You can't speak your own mind anymore. It's very sad, man. And
man, Mr. Kirk went to colleges. You know what I disliked the most out of it when it happened? I was like, I was hoping Louis Farrakhan, Umar Johnson sit down with him and say, let's have a debate. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff he was saying, I ain't going to say I wasn't agreeing with him.
Right.
Like, man, he done bumped his head. But I wouldn't have killed him off it because that's like saying, if I say kill him over, that's like me saying that I agree with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, who were my heroes.
Right.
When they got killed, then I feel like they had freedom of speech. That wasn't nothing they said that was hate.
It wasn't nothing hatred about what they spoke about. And I feel that people they should be able to speak whatever they want to speak, as long as it's not vulgarity or trying to harm somebody, put it that way.
Now the harm part
Yeah.
for Mr. Kirk I will say that we call this, we are in the United States of America.
Right, right.
It don't seem too united right now. And that speech that he was spewing out, some of it was somewhat divisive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just take if he said he didn't believe in the homosexuality stuff.
Right.
You got to respect his opinion.
That's just an opinion. That's all. Everybody have the right to voice their opinion about anything.
I think his opinions didn't get
excuse me,
didn't get respected.
Yeah.
You know, he was a conservative guy saying family values. Well, if you want to get technical with God, it's saying, hey, man, female, unite, family, that's it. No other way.
Right.
That's what he stood on. I respected his principles.
Right.
Just like they made us respect that it was okay to have a family of two of the same. Two males getting married. Two females, and they could form a family.
You know, the things that I see now that's going on in the world today is kind of scary, man. It's pretty scary, you know. But like I said before, if you should have a right to speak your opinion, you should have a right to like what you like, don't like what you don't like. You know, you should have that right because we're all created equal for one, and we all have an opinion to say what we want to say. But like I said before, as long as it's not harming anybody in the aspect. You know?
Well, you know, America got a history of riots, and to me, every time they have it, it's justified.
Right.
And in this particular case, Mr. Kirk seemed to be kind of polarizing in a way that his rhetoric that he preached was invited by our major colleges.
Right.
So his last outing was at a college. So he kind of toured around, and he didn't have to do a protest to do this. Mm-hmm. These are just open, engaging conversations.
Right.
I was just disappointed that for what he was talking, he didn't have others come in and give him the hard questions back.
Got you.
So it's like he always is winning the debates.
so nobody came and gave him hard questions back. He just
spoke his mind, and nobody something. So I used to be like, I wish, I kind of wish, I hope Umar come out and say on some of the stuff. Not that Umar or Louis Farrakhan would agree with everything.
Right.
But some things I think they would have pushed back on. It would have been nice to hear those.
So what would you say? Why would they assassinate him? Why?
You talking about a 22-year-old kid, a 21-year-old child.
What was the reason behind that? That's what I try to figure out.
Well, we're not in law enforcement.
No, so we don't know.
We don't know the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
As far as the reason why, because that is their job now.
Yes.
You know, the killer is captive.
Right.
Before they go for the death penalty, I'm sure they're gonna have these conversations to find out what was going on.
Yeah.
Either way, his family is hurt.
That's right.
Because of the association of, just imagine the parent, the father. I think the father had to turn him in.
Wow.
So just imagine what he has to deal with.
Exactly.
But even further, Mr. Kirk did have a wife and two children.
Yes.
That this is not supposed to be happening.
Now they suffering. Everybody on both angles is suffering.
Yes. And when you hear terms, and it's both political parties, but especially conservative, some are saying that this is war. You feel like it's justified to have a war? I mean, I thought we learned from Civil War. That's why I'm saying when they talking about they want to take curriculum out of school, I'm like, hold on. Did you keep the Civil War in there? It's like, please, let's not redo this again.
And that goes back to what they believe in, what they speaking on. That's their own freedom of speech, and that's what they thinking in their head. Everybody, like I said, everybody's thinking so many different things in their head right now about all kinds of situations going on in America today.
Yeah. Yes. It's all kinds, but I admire that Mr. Kirk did not have to riot and protest, which the riots that I'm aware of, I think they were justified.
Right.
Okay. At some point, the goddamn pot done spilled over, and it's time to stop this shit. Mm-hmm. But the freedom of speech, on how that was violated, to see Mr. Kirk has lost his life. And this is a senseless killing, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
you see it all the time, man. I mean, it's definitely senseless, and you see it all the time, man. And when you see it, the only thing you can do is say, what in the hell is going on? That's it. That's all you can ask yourself.
Does America smell a little different? Or is it getting worse? I thought we were trending up. Now it sound like we're...
When situations,
the morality of
it's like things are happening now that you're looking at certain issues that's going on in America today. I try to stay out of politics. You already know me. I try to stay out of that realm. But I see things, and I'm looking at the different things going on in America today. I'm like, man, what is going on around me? To raise a child in America right now, to raise to get a family.
We're the richest country in the world, Kevin.
Yeah, I know. That's what they say.
But we're not rich with morals and values.
We got to have the morals and values, and we got to learn how to love each other, man, where we stand. And the thing is, people are doing so many different things because of what somebody else is saying, or how they, it's crazy that I can't come to you and say, you can't come to me and say, hey man, I don't like what you did right there, blah, 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 blah. Or I can't come to you and say, hey man, well, boy, what you mean? You know what I'm talking about? They ready to pull something. What's that? Back in the day,
we wild west.
You know what I'm talking about? I mean, come on. Back in the day, we were able to speak our mind and then get on with the program.
Back in before civil rights.
Before that,
yeah, everybody wasn't able to speak their mind.
No, it wasn't.
So, but what I'm saying, from civil rights up to this point of maybe 2016 or 2012, it seemed like
we were able to do some things.
Trending. So I know we want to talk about politics, and I'm not, because the left wing, right wing, the same freaking bird.
Right.
At the end of the day, one day they say Biden's sick, the next day Trump was sick.
Right.
He can't complete the job. Trump was such a criminal. He's innocent. The Biden family was innocent. Same bird. So I get it. You can't really buy into the narrative. But the divisiveness that is happening with this recent thing, it's a concern.
It's a deep concern.
It's a deep concern.
It's a deep concern.
Like, and this time it happened to someone that's conservative, and this is not a George Floyd killing.
Right.
This is when a Rodney King.
Right.
This wasn't the riots back in the day. This is someone that has all his ability to move and function as he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And all he was doing was just speaking his opinion.
That's it.
Of what he think the conservative movement means.
Right.
And it'll be, I know they could probably try to kill the killer or throw him in a jail forever, whichever they chose. But with all the stuff thrown at this young kid, it's not that I agree, but I can see he picked a side. He picked a side, and he did not like the rhetoric that was being spit out.
You can pick any side. It don't matter what side you pick. It don't matter who you vote for. That's who you want to vote for. More power to you.
Right.
Whatever side you pick, more power to you.
Right.
That's all it's about. Everybody has so much to say about these situations. They have so much to say. With me personally, man, I try to look at things in a different perspective. If I see certain things going on, my wife likes to watch the news. I don't like watching news. You feel me on that? I don't like watching news.
I feel you with that.
So that you need to know what's going on.
You gotta know what's going on current.
Listen, you need to know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna know what's going on.
What's in front
of me right now?
Right. Well, the best part of the news is the last minute or two. And you have to watch it. ABC do it.
Right.
NBC do it.
Right.
CBS, whichever one you do. They talk about all the negative stuff. And then in the last 1 minute, they give a positive aspiration of something positive.
Right. Can you imagine a world where the news come on and they talk about the weather, how the weather's going to be, and they talk about all the positive things that's happening in America or in the world, and then they started with positiveness, and say we have some negative things going on too, but let's keep a positive aspect on everything in life. Things will be totally different.
Well, things will be totally different when I'm gonna go back to politics with this left wing shit, this right wing shit, this Democrat shit, this Republican shit. when people start breaking down the different class of income you in, that's the only time that shit is going to change, in my opinion.
Right.
Meaning, you're not white, you're not black, you're not Hispanic, you're not Asian. We all poor. We got the problem.
Right, right.
And then there's super elite, and then there's everything in between.
Right.
Where it used to be a middle, and it's not there. So I think all this tension is happening for a particular reason. Whether it's orchestrated, or whether is America going down? Every fucking empire go down at some point.
I don't think America's going down. I just think it's a transition.
It's a huge transition.
It's a huge transition. And one thing about America, man, it's a great country. It is. You already know it.
When you say the transition, though, to where?
I believe that if everybody's saying everything's happening and it's negative vibes everywhere, right?
Right. Don't matter what country. We live here. It's like that.
But watch this. Yeah. So they saying there's negative vibes everywhere, right? So you got to have a positive somewhere in there, because without negative positive, it can't be.
It can't be.
So if you got all this negative vibes going on right now, guess what's going to take place? It's going to pop off and it's negativity. Negativity. But now you say, okay, it's a strong vibe of negativity going on, so it got to be something to bust out positive. You see what I'm saying? So it's a transition.
That's the transition.
That's the transition.
And that's keeping it very optimistic.
Yes.
Because freedom of speech comes in different areas. That's just like you take the platform we're talking on YouTube.
Right.
They say they can push the button and get your ass off YouTube if you say something that they don't want you to say.
Right. But there's so much stuff going on YouTube right now, man.
But there's some people that get deleted for saying certain things. I hope we don't get deleted, but you never know. That platform does have the ability. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, if it was to happen, I'd be like, you violated my freedom.
But see, all platforms have it. You got Facebook to have it. You got TikTok to have it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So all platforms, are they controlling the narrative? Because at the end of the day, Mr. Kirk got killed and somebody didn't like the narrative of him voicing his own opinion. It just didn't happen with Luke Skywalker Records.
Yeah.
When they was wanting to talk about sex in music videos.
Yeah.
Because it was no different than Hugh Hefner and his magazines and everything else they had going on with Playboy and Penthouse.
Right.
This is not an NWA coming out later on and rapping what they're seeing in their communities, and now everybody's saying, oh, gangster rap has caused this, that, and the third. Yeah, everything plants a subconscious moment in someone's head.
It does.
That's what I'm saying.
It does. So whatever you speak about, it's this young lady that's on, I believe it's on Facebook. I believe her name is Yaya.
Her name is Yaya.
This girl has a third eye open, brother. And when I tell you she speak about things, she don't care what they think. She speak about it.
But what's the content of it?
The content is open, just being awoke.
Being open and
being awoke.
And from Mr. Kirk's view?
Being awoke.
That's all
he was trying to do. Being awoke, and he was trying to speak his mind,
speaking his mind. So, when he spoke of conservative families, I was like, ain't nothing wrong with husband and wife. It should be that way, but hey, don't say people can't make mistakes now.
Right.
Like, I think everybody wants that same structure that you're talking about.
Exactly.
Now, the way he explained it, like, you got to be punished if you don't do it this way. It can't be that way.
No.
Man. So, we live in one of the, I'm going to consider America great because I stay here.
Exactly.
It's all I know.
All I know.
Yeah, I've had a chance to visit here and there 4 to 12 days at the max. Never much that. But that's not enough time for me to throw America under the bus.
Oh, no.
So it's just like the negative of we both black. Mm. We hear the story of what our people before our time come through.
Right.
But I also hear the story of my 79-year-old mother and my father and anybody of age. Y'all ain't seen hard times yet.
Oh, yeah, that's what they tell us.
So that means things have gotten better.
Things got better. That's what they always told us growing up, that you ain't seen no hard time. I remember when we had to walk with no shoes on our feet, and this and that, and all this other stuff. So I feel that the more negative you bring, the more negative things you're going to see. Man, I'm not trying to say I'm the most positive guy in the world, because I go through a lot of stuff in life. Trust me on that. But I'm trying to keep a positive attitude on every aspect. If I do that, I understand that I can live in a positive world.
Well, check this out then. you said that if there's no negativity.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have it. You gotta have some, but not a whole lot.
So with that being said, should freedom of speech be controlled and moderated at some point
No.
when it's given out to the masses?
Well,
because you take like right now.
You got so many people that feelings gonna be hurt by what you say, man.
Yes,
you know.
Is. Yes,
I mean, it don't matter what you say. Somebody's feelings gonna be hurt.
Correct.
You know, it's like me. Even today, you know, I had my feelings hurt a little bit. I'm like, what the heck is this dude talking about? So one of my workers called me. Well, he texted me. He was texting me all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I ain't got time for this right now. You know. So he went blood off on me. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Is that the maturity? That's the maturity of you being able to use discretion for what you're gonna let enter.
Exactly.
So we talking about grown ass OG.
Yeah.
22-year-old kid.
Oh yeah.
They say, you know what? Somebody got to stop this guy. And I'm gonna play freaking hero. And
I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna do it. I don't care that he's married with 2 kids. I'm gonna do it. And I'm so sympathetic towards the wife.
Oh yes, man, most definitely, because come on, they never thought in a million years that he would lose his life by just speaking his words, speaking his mind. I guarantee they never thought that would happen.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Who does?
Nobody.
Who does? But you know, it's been alleged that his family be well taken care of. I'm not sure if he had life insurance. I'm pretty sure he probably had, but they say Jalen Hurts. Is alleged. It's not. I don't know.
You don't know for sure.
You know, Jalen Hurts and Travis Kelce, and I believe Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen is all contributing to them. But you know, I'm picking on Jalen Hurts. I'm like, wow. I didn't see those. I just didn't see those type of celebrities come out when George Floyd got killed wrong.
I knew you was gonna go there.
I'm serious.
I knew you was gonna go there.
I had to go there. I just like you didn't see that. This outgoing support. It's been a lot of wrong. Yeah, I got to go there.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna go
there. Nothing against Jalen Hurts.
I know.
Nothing against Travis Kelce. Nothing against all of them.
I get it.
I can say this is alleged. You read so much BS on them.
Right.
You read so much BS that you don't know what's true and factual.
You don't know what's true and factual nowadays because of certain things that came out.
Truth, this man got killed.
Right, that's true. That's definitely true.
For freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
So freedom of speech should be honored at all times. So we're living in a time, and this is not the first time just because it's Mr. Kirk.
No. It's been happening for a long time.
But when people get killed, that's when you say, but I told you they be trying to control what you say and think.
You see it. You kind of see it then.
You see it
then, you know, and it's right in your face.
It's right.
It's right in your face.
It's right in your face.
And I believe that if you should have a right to speak whatever you want to speak. Like I said before, I'm gonna stick with my guns. You should have the right to speak what you want to speak, as long as it's not harming the individual person in their body. When I say that is, I'm not putting hands on you. Remember back in the day when they used to say your mama?
But to this day, some of the things that he said obviously offended, and that's to get to the point of killing.
It offended people.
Now, just because it offends you, it gives you no right to take a life. And you should respect the person's freedom to speak their mind.
And that's another thing, like I said, back when I was growing up as a kid, like you said, it's the OGs against the young ones here. When I was growing up as a kid, somebody say my mama, guess what? I'm ready to fight. Then you get old, you be like, my mama, you don't even know my mama. Oh, well, that type of thing. You don't even know my mama, man.
Everybody has a boundary.
Yes.
And freedom of speech should be given. But we also should be sensitive. Here's the thing about freedom of speech, and we're going to close with this.
I get that. I love that. Go ahead. I got it.
Freedom of speech, if you want to give it freely for those that are talking to the masses, try to do your damn best to be respectful on what somebody else is going to receive.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
Now, in the case of some of my fallen heroes, I thought they were trying to be respectful.
Right.
And based off the time Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was going through it.
Yeah.
I just hate to see Mr. Kirk have passed, because I was just hoping that maybe Roland Martin can talk with him, he can debate. Umar Johnson or Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
just to clean up some of the stuff so we can really all get along.
Get along. That's what you just said it.
That's what I miss about
you just said it so boldly. I mean, plain, it was good the way you said it. So we all can just get along.
That's all we want to do.
I mean, everybody in life go through things. We've been through things. We still go through things. So we all can get along, man. And that's the big key.
Nobody want to feel rejected. And some of his speech made you feel like, hey, I reject how you want to live.
Yeah, yeah.
I may not want to have a family. I might need to be the lion of the tribe.
Right.
So I may have several different mothers.
Yeah.
Vice versa. I may not want a clean living. I enjoy having me a bottle of liquor and smoking me some dank.
Right.
Or whatever the case.
That's your freedom.
That's my freedom.
That's what you want to do.
That's
that's your prerogative.
I'm not driving the car when I'm having my drink. When I'm smoking, I'm in my house and I'm laughing, I'm more calm.
That's your prerogative, man.
That's the prerogative.
It's my prerogative. That's what you want to do. I mean,
but I think that was the problem. That it's not to go quote him verbatim, but he has some things to say. This is how you should be living.
No.
Freedom of speech, freedom of choice.
Right.
If Jesus died on the cross,
man, look, he made a choice.
See, to give you that.
He made a choice
to give you that.
He made a choice to give you his little life at that particular time on the cross. Then he raised from the dead in 3 days. That's what the Bible says. But
I just read something out of a kid magazine to stop you right quick.
Go ahead.
It said the Grand Canyon rocks was over 1 billion years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave that like that when we talk about these biblical stories.
Oh yeah.
On to the next thing.
Yeah. I don't want to go too. I go deep on that, man. I'll go deep on that, man.
I say we want to wrap up, but at the end of the day, we all we want to say is, as we speak, try to do our best to be respectful,
very respectful,
and not harmful, and consideration of what another person said. Because I think the right tone, anytime you're rejecting and making an argument, I think you get this type of behavior.
You do. Even in your own household.
You're gonna get this type of behavior, man.
Yep.
Even if I'm the child, if I'm the father, that's the child.
Mm-hmm.
I can raise my head. You don't get your ass in that clean that goddamn room right now. Oh, you may get him to pick up a few things, but he ain't gonna give you no clean.
But if you came to him and say, "Hey, son, why don't you clean that room real quick, and then we'll talk a little later," that joker's gonna be in there cleaning his room. If it's a soft-spoken word, it turns away wrath.
I think that was the person. You just summed it up with how we need to get on out of here.
Yep.
If you're gonna be speaking, man, we have to get a soft-spoken word.
Turn away wrath.
To turn away wrath. And at this particular instance here, unfortunately, though I think Mr. Kirk had all the right, but I think he created a little bit of wrath. He don't have the protection like Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
He don't have that type of protection.
Right.
So when Trump speak it, hey, he got a whole lot of protection around him. So I offer condolences to Mr. Kirk and his 2 children and his wife. I definitely feel
also to the
I feel sad that they have to go through that.
They had to go through it, man, and it's a sad situation. Also for the other family too, as well. For them to have to go through that thing, it's a hard thing for a father to turn his own child in. It's a hard thing, brother.
That's a hard thing. I'm gonna leave like this here. I know they say you're accessory to murder. That'll be hard for me to turn mine in. So please, everybody, just do the right thing.
Yeah.
As Spike Lee would say, do the right thing. And we're gonna leave with the spoken word. A soft answer always turns away wrath. Until we meet again in the Common Hood Room, this is Simon P. and my man Kevin.
Peace.
We out.